What's the crack, everyone? It's Ollie from B2B Sports here. Wow, this season just keeps getting better and better and better, doesn't it, Minnesota Vikings fans? The Vikings beat the Packers last night, 27-25 at home at U.S Bank Stadium in a massive matchup, which sets up an even bigger matchup against Detroit Lions next week. To close the regular season, it's already been flexed to prime time for the 1 seed, for the NFC North as well, against the Detroit Lions. What a game it is going to be next weekend. In this episode, we're going to be talking about all things Vikings, Green Bay Packers, Sam Darnold, Kevin O'Connell, Brian Flores and the Minnesota Vikings defense. We've got it all covered in this episode, so I'll be much appreciative if you can whack the like button on this video, give my channel a subscription. It means the world. You Minnesota Vikings fans have been coming up absolutely clutch recently. We're 1 subscriber away from the 50 target that I set myself before the end of 2024. We'll do bigger and better targets for next year, but yeah, it's only the beginning. It's only the start on the B2B Sports podcast channel, and yeah, thank you for all the love, thank you for all the subscribers and the likes. Yeah, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, there we have it. What a week, what a season. I just can't wrap my head around what has gone on this season. Again, I will say this every single video. This is only meant to be a transitional year with the bridge quarterback. And now look at us. 14-2. No quarterback in the history of the NFL has won 14 games. With his first starting season with a new team. Just absolutely phenomenal season by Sam Darnold. It's probably the most well-rounded I've seen this team since I've been supporting them since 2012. On offense and defense, they're stepping up, consistently making plays. The defense for 3 quarters of football were absolutely phenomenal. They completely neutralised Josh Jacobs. They completely neutralised Jordan Love in the air. They couldn't get anything going. Unfortunately, Sam Darnold threw a bad pick, and that sort of gave him a little bit of momentum. But other than that, there was absolutely nought going on for the Green Bay Packers, and that's just a testament to Brian Flores and this squad. I think Blake Cashman is absolutely pivotal. I think the Vikings with Cashman in the side at 12-0, it just proves how vital he is to this team. He's in there doing the dirty work, getting the tackles, consistent high tackle statistics every single game. Yeah, just hats off to Blake Cashman. And talking about it being a well-rounded side, every single player is standing up and making plays for this squad. Cam Akers, that grab on 3rd and 2, on a crucial 3rd and 2, giving the ball back to the Packers at that stage in the game with 1:40 on the clock, when we were only 2 points up. That could have been lost there and then. But he clawed the ball off the floor, off a looped Sam Darnold pass, and that was it. That iced the game. Cam Akers also secured a running touchdown as well. He's been a great addition to this side when Aaron Jones needs a bit of a rest. Another player that's had a turbulent year. I've been rooting for him all season long, even when things got a little bit tough, and he sort of bobbled up the ball a couple of times, dropped the ball a couple of times as well. Jalen Naylor, you stepped up today when we needed him. That play where he just snuck around the back of the defense into the end zone, absolutely fantastic. Just a great option to have when Justin Jefferson is locked down for the large majority of the game, when Jordan Addison is also being marked out of the game as well. Just to have a wide receiver 3 like Jalen Naylor to step up, just phenomenal. And again, on the defensive side of things, Jerry Tillery. We've not really talked about him much at all on this channel. Big plays when you need him. Just this defense, another turnover for this defense. Just phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. This isn't just the Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson show. Everyone is stepping up, and this is the caliber of a championship winning side when you have everyone working together for the same goal. that ring. Again, I can't say enough about Kevin O'Connell as well. He's the first head coach since 1950 to have a 14-win season with a QB in his first year. Just KOC is he's just that guy, and he's just that guy. He allows players to be themselves. He just draws up the perfect play call at the perfect time. He just is that guy. We've talked about it. It was such a big shift in culture from the Mike Zimmer days, and to have a head coach, like Kevin O'Connell, it's just been absolutely monumental in terms of the Vikings' trajectory, their seasons that we've had, to have 2 13+ win seasons. We're just beyond lucky to have a guy like this in the building. And for those of you that haven't seen sort of the post-game celebrations, I mean, it was amazing to watch. It was absolutely amazing to watch. The players poured water over Sam Darnold as he come into the locker room after his interviews. They lifted him on their shoulders, and you just saw Kevin O'Connell just sat there in the corner like a proud dad moment. Like, this is what I've built at this team. This is the franchise. This is the culture I've built. And it was as a fan, it was amazing to see the team and the players supporting and rallying around Sam Darnold, who's meant to be a bridge quarterback, and then Kevin O'Connell just sat there, just taking it all in the corner. I mean, as a Vikings fan, you can't wish for anything more. And at this point, you just have to franchise tag him. We have never witnessed this before. Well, not for a long time. I certainly haven't witnessed this before. This culture, the love around a quarterback, we have to run it back. We just have to at this point. The offensive line did a great job for Sam Darnold as well. They kept him clean for the majority of the game. Cam Robinson had a few penalties to his name. He has been picking up a penalty or 2 in recent weeks, but I'll let that one slide because Sam Darnold only took 1 sack on the game against a very good Green Bay Packers defensive pass rush. There are a couple of plays in particular where Sam Darnold seemed to have all the time in the world, and that's just so advantageous to have, and that's why our offense is thriving so much. We're right guard had a bit of an off day. There was a 57-yarder. Again, you can let that one slide. That was from quite far out. 43-yarder missed. Not so much. Did quite well on the 50-yarder though. I think he had a few attempts at that one, so it's good to see him hold his nerve. But yeah, when the game comes down to the wire like this one did, it'll be good to have a few extra points on the board. There was that one sort of penalty that the Vikings drew up on special teams as well for not kicking the ball into the landing zone off kickoff. Bit of a strange one, that one as well. So hopefully he's not picked up another little niggle in his quad or his thigh. But we'll see how that goes. It's all been easy breezy for the Vikings in terms of kicking this year, which has been a bit of a change. But let's hope that Will Right Guard can pick up the form that he showed at the beginning of the season. In terms of the defense, the Selly was lit. The Selly was incredible. Cameron Bynum does it again. I have no idea how he has the time, how they all have the time to learn these Sellys, but it's just phenomenal. The High School Musical routine was whacked out this time. This one's a bit more my era, so yeah, I knew that dance pretty well. But yeah, Fox, man, what are you doing? The Fox coverage cut that celebration off. I don't know if it had something to do with Disney rights or whatever, but it cut it off at the perfect time, which is a bit of a shame, but it's certainly gone viral on social media, that's for sure. The defense in the fourth quarter went into conservative mode, prevention mode, whatever you want to call it. Took the foot off the gas a little bit. I don't know if that was a tactic specifically on the defensive side of things. They can make up yardage as long as it's in the middle of the field and as long as that clock is running down. I don't know if that was on the mind of the Brian Flores defense. But yeah, it was a bit concerning how quickly they picked up the points towards the end of the game. It made the game seem very close, and that 3rd and 2 play by Sam Darnold and Cam Akers incredibly stressful, because for the large majority of the game the Vikings dominated, so it's frustrating to see how close it was at the end. And we've seen that a number of times in the Vikings defense, to allow the teams back into the fourth quarter. Maybe it's something to work on, maybe it's the tactic, I don't know, but it certainly gave me a heart attack, that's for sure. And a couple of notable mentions to close. Justin Jefferson continues to be Justin Jefferson, absolute clutch catches when we needed them the most, particularly on that last drive for the Vikings as well, to close the game, to ice the game out. The one catch he clawed in, that was a penalty that was brought back. Oh, I just wish that stood. That was Randy Moss-esque. The guy seemed to be locked down for the majority of the game, but he always finds a way to get open. And also shout out Addison, that clean move, the little give and go into the end zone. Another touchdown for Addison, quickly becoming not only the one of the best second wide receivers in the league. He's quickly becoming one of the best, top 10 maybe, wide receivers in the league. Dallas Turner as well, I see you, another sack in the game as well. I'm loving Dallas Turner. Unfortunately for Pat Jones, he picked up it looked like a nasty knock to his knee, bit of a dirty tackle from the Packers tight end. But yeah, it's just, we're so lucky and fortunate to be able to bring in a guy like Dallas Turner, who we mentioned before in last week's video. The fact that we have nursed him in to this side is only sort of a benefit to us, that we can bring him in at these points in the game, and he can make such a big impact. And on this game to close, I just want to bring up Sam Darnold again. Career numbers for Darnold: 377 yards, 3 TDs, a career game. He deserves absolutely everything that's coming his way right now. Just the best quarterback play that I've witnessed as a Vikings fan. He's calm, he's composed, it's not just a Justin Jefferson show. He uses all of the targets available to him, and credit to Kevin O'Connell for that. And it's just resilient. When he threw the interception, the next series that the Vikings took to the ball, went 5 for 5. Just easy as you like. Scored the points and got off the field. And that is the mark of a true leader, a true champion as well. And Sam Darnold, forever grateful. And let's go do this thing, man. Let's go do it. But yeah, as I said at the top of the vid, this sets up the biggest regular season matchup for a long time. The 14-2 Minnesota Vikings will play the 13-2 or the 14-2 Detroit Lions. They're yet to play. They play tonight, but that game really doesn't matter. They can lose that game. It's all riding on the last game of the season, Week 18, at Ford Field in Detroit. Winner takes the 1 seed and the NFC North. The winner takes a bye, and the game's at home. The 5th seed, the loser, takes the 5th seed, and the game's away, and a game in the wildcard weekend too. There's a lot riding on this, a lot riding on this. Whether or not Dan Campbell will play all of his starters tonight against the 49ers, I have no idea. He seems that kind of guy. It would be smart of them not to, but if he plays a couple of starters and they get a little bit roughed up, I'm not complaining. The game's been flexed to Sunday Night Football, which for UK fans and European fans is a bit of a ball ache, but considering that is the day I go back to work after the Christmas period. So from a 6 o'clock game or 9 o'clock game to a 1 a.m. game, it's rough out here. I think that might have to be a wake up first thing in the morning, 7 a.m., 6 a.m. kind of job, and turn off all notifications on the phone and watch it on DAZN Game Pass. I think that might have to be the play. But yeah, it's the perfect way to end the season for the 1 seed. The game that matters the most in Week 18. It makes sense for the NFL to do that. Let's get some revenge. Let's get some revenge from that Kirby Joseph hit to Hockenson. Let's get some revenge for the 2-point loss early on in the season. let's do it. Let's do it. We've been on an absolute roll, 9-game win streak. The game is there for the taking for the Vikings. I really feel it this year. I really feel something, in the water this year. The Vikings this is a special group. The most important regular season game that I've ever witnessed for the Vikings. It's a playoff game in itself, in my opinion. The guys got to stand up tall and put everything on the line like they have done all season long. This team has got grit. This team has got determination. This team has got a lot of resilience. And yeah, it's there for the taking. Go on, lads. Just do it. And also, we just need to make that Matt LaFleur that's just like crumbling. Just the biggest meme ever. That made me laugh so much when I saw that on socials. Just too funny. Too funny. But yes, Vikings fans, let us know your thoughts down below. Your thoughts on that Packers game. Your thoughts on the big Detroit Lions game next week. I'll certainly be doing a review for that one as well, so stay tuned. But yeah, this has been one hell of a ride this season, 2024 season. I will not forget this in a long time. But as always, thank you very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate all the support. Peace out and SKOL Vikes.